Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Emergency Management Associates, coming to you from the Area Command, 392 miles west of Kitty Hawk Beach, North Carolina. Welcome to our broadcast today. This is a test feed. We moved our office around. We're facing the window now, at least I'm facing the window now, and we've got plenty of light here. We took everything completely apart here, disconnected all the electrical, everything, and I wanted to come back on here and just check out this on a test feed. I wanted to see how you guys looked, or how you guys felt I looked. I wanted to make sure our equipment worked. Sleeping Volcano says, what's up, test feed? Test only a test. Yes, test. This is only a test. Yes, it is. Folks, I did not just come on here. I came on here to do a test, but I wanted to talk to you for a few minutes and tell you some things that have gone on. Several things have been happening. Since we last were on the air. Last night, over in San Francisco, at the San Francisco airport, we had a 4.1 earthquake. This 4.1 earthquake was quickly downgraded by the USGS agency. Downgrades are nothing new, okay? This was a 4.1 earthquake. There were actually three earthquakes. Two of them were 2-pointers, okay? But a 4.1 earthquake hit San Francisco airport last night. Now, what you also need to know, okay, and I'll bring up the USGS map in a few minutes. The San Francisco airport is just east of the San Andreas Fault. Okay, this earthquake may have been precipitated by the San Andreas Fault. Okay, the San Francisco Bay is just to the east of the San Francisco airport. Okay, so that is something that you guys ought to know. I just want to make sure you're understanding what's going on here. A 4.1 earthquake hit on the west side of San Francisco Bay, Millbrae, California, at the San Francisco airport last night. Something else also happened over in Alaska. I'm going to bring up the USGS map again in a few minutes, and I'll show you this earthquake in more detail, as well as the aftershocks from these earthquakes. There was a 5.3 and a 4.1 over here in southeastern Alaska. This is over near Wardell Volcano and Sitkin Volcano. Wardell Volcano and Sitkin Volcano are here. I wanted to show you that. That means all that energy that we saw coming out of Kamchatka Peninsula recently. It was a 6.1 earthquake. It is now coming across the Alaska Peninsula, all the way across from where it was over by Kamchatka Peninsula, through the Aleutian Islands, and it's already over here. So we had a 5.3 earthquake. Let's now go over to the USGS map. I want to show you this so you'll understand what exactly happened last night. Okay, I take down my banner. Let's go over here and take a look at what happened here. Okay, let's zoom in here over in southeastern Alaska where these earthquakes happen. Okay, look at the aftershocks. Okay, two earthquakes. This one was a 5.1. This happened at 11:01 p.m. Pacific time, or maybe it was Alaska time. Let's just say it's Alaska time. Okay, 11:01 p.m. Alaska time. This was a 5.3 here. This happened at 11:44. Okay, 41 minutes after the 5.1. So the 5.1, folks, was a foreshock. It was a foreshock. Then the 5.3 happened. Look at all the aftershocks since. This is the newest earthquake here. It's a 2.9, 27 miles south-southwest allegedly from Covenant Life, Alaska. Okay? This is full of 2 different volcanoes here. This area has 2 different volcanoes. It's going to rock. It's definitely going to rock. Look at all these earthquakes here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28 aftershocks. 28 aftershocks since this 5.3 and 5.1 foreshock. Okay? That's a great deal. This is a big deal. Okay? Before, let's go over here across the Aleutian Islands here over to Kamchatka Peninsula. 2 days ago we had a 6.1 right here. Literally right here. That energy has come across the Aleutian Islands all the way through the Gulf of Alaska and over here to southeastern Alaska. I honestly thought that it might make a stop up here in Anchorage. Okay, but it did not. If you notice over here on the north side of Denali National Park, this is a 4.0 earthquake here. A moderate 4.0 earthquake here. This is 82 miles deep. 82 miles deep on the north end of the Denali National Park. Okay? That's what's happened. There's other earthquakes hitting here. I might as well show you this one as well while we're here. This is up at the Arctic Circle. This is up at the Arctic Circle. This is a 3.2 small earthquake near the Arctic Circle. Ambler, Alaska. It's in the Arctic Circle area. Notice where we have the grayish brown here. That is significant. That denotes tundra. That denotes tundra. We're not going to see forests or a lot of trees or anything else. This is tundra, folks. This is the Arctic Circle up here. A 3.2 earthquake hit over here in the Arctic Circle. Okay? This is going on. It's ongoing. It's going to continue. Okay? I fully expect some of this seismic energy to make its way down here into the Pacific Northwest. Okay? Yes, I believe this seismic energy up here in southeastern Alaska had a lot to do with magma as well. Okay? There is magma there. But this earthquake shook the volcanoes. This earthquake shook the volcanoes. Okay? So this is what's happening. Does anybody have any questions so far about that? Though that was literally my lead story today, and was giving me a reason to do a test broadcast. Okay? Since I unhooked everything, I wanted to make sure I was on the air. I want to say happy birthday to Hurricane Heather. Happy birthday to you! I don't dare sing the song because we might get a copyright strike. So happy birthday to Hurricane Heather. We appreciate Heather. She's awesome. I want to also point out some earthquakes down here in the southern part of the Pacific. This is a 5.5. Okay? This happened early this morning. Okay? Just about 33 minutes after midnight last night. Okay? Midnight last night. This is a 5.5. This is 80 miles west-northwest of Homa, Tonga. Homa, Tonga. This is a very large earthquake. Anything 5.5 and larger to 5.9 is considered a very large earthquake. This earthquake was out in the middle of the ocean here. Homa, Tonga is out here to the east. Okay? This earthquake was in the middle of the ocean. The ocean waters absorbed the shock waves from this earthquake. We've had other earthquakes over here near Fiji. Okay, this is a 4.9, 5.0 earthquake near Lubuka, Fiji. By near, I'm saying 175 miles east of Lubuka, Fiji. Right next to it is another 5.3 here. This is 371 miles deep. 371 miles deep. This moderate earthquake is going to promulgate a 5.4 to 5.5 earthquake. Okay? Because of its depth. 371 miles deep. Okay? This 4.9, 5.0 is also 385 miles deep. This is going to promulgate, guys, a 6.0 earthquake. This is going to make us a 6.0, even up to 6.2 very strong earthquake. So sometime within the next 72 hours to 10 days, we're going to see a 6.1, 6.2 earthquake, either here in this region, off to the east, over in the Chile, Argentina region, or over, even if it doesn't make it there, over into the Easter Island region here. Okay? But it could also go over here to Australia. We've had several earthquakes here in Australia. A 5.1 hit here in southeastern Australia just about a week ago. It could also end up here in Vanuatu, or the Solomon Islands, or the Loyalty Islands here. Okay? Today here in Vanuatu, near Sola, Vanuatu, we had another 5.6 earthquake. A very strong 5.6 earthquake. This was 125 miles deep. A fairly shallow quake. This was also down in the asthenosphere where the plastic magma is. Okay? This earthquake right next to it is a 5.5 near Kira Solomon Islands region. Kira Solomon Islands. This is also out in the middle of the Pacific, 45 miles west northwest of Kira Indonesia, or at Kira Solomon Islands. We've also had an earthquake over here in Papua New Guinea today. This is a 4.2. A moderate 4.2, only 94 miles deep. Okay? Over here in Indonesia. Okay? This is near Timor-Leste. We've had plenty of earthquakes here in Timor-Leste. This is a 5.5 earthquake here. Okay? This is east of Java. This is quite a distance away from Java. However, look where this earthquake is. It's on the plate. It's on the edge of the plate. So this earthquake could actually make its way over here into Java and create quite a havoc. If this earthquake hits Java, hits the Bali area, there's going to be a lot of interesting things that will happen, including if it goes up into 6, which I doubt. It could, though. This could reach up to 6. Okay? This is only 6.2 miles deep. But if there's 6.0 energy over here, we could see another tsunami here if we got a 6 here in Java. Okay? Over here to the west of that big 5 here. This is over just north of Java, Indonesia. This is a 4.4 earthquake here near Bagakawang, Indonesia here. Now they're not showing all the earthquakes here. We've had some earthquakes over here in the Andaman Islands here, just north of Sumatra. This earthquake here in the Indian Ocean here. This is a 4.7 in the Bay of Bengal. This is also a 6.2 depth. Okay? No, I don't believe it. In case you're wondering whether we understand it's a 6.2, I don't believe it. I believe this is probably deeper. Okay? And if it's deeper, it's going to mean more havoc. More havoc. Over here, just north of Myanmar. This is a 4.8. This is near Sunsang, India. a 4.8 moderate earthquake here. This is also up at the edge of the plate here. That earthquake fault comes straight up here. This is at the edge of the plate. Also over here, southeast of Taiwan. This is just off the coast. This is another 4.3 earthquake here. Okay? They say this is 12 miles deep. Okay? A moderate 4.3 off the southeastern coast of Taiwan today. Over here in the Mariana Trench area, Pongan region, this is another 5.3. We're having a lot of fives here, guys. A lot of fives. Okay? Mariana Trench area, just north of Guam here. 5.3 earthquake here. Now, folks, with all these earthquakes here, I fully expect there to be more. Why? We have some planetary alignments coming in. I picked up some information this morning. We have some planetary alignments that are going to figure into things. We're going to continue to have large earthquakes. Some of them up to 6.5 or 7.0 major earthquakes as a result of those planetary alignments. We've also had, I spoke of it last night, we've also had a solar eruption. Okay? We're getting some of that plasma energy here already at Earth. But folks, I don't think it's over. We expect to see some large earthquakes up to and including a very strong 6 to 7.0 earthquake in the next few days. To and including through Tuesday. Between now and Tuesday, we expect to see large earthquakes and up to including a very strong to a major earthquake in the next 3 or 4 days. Okay? We need to keep an eye on what's going on. Sleeping Volcano says we also have a lunar eclipse, so there's going to be action in the next several days. You're right. We need to keep our eyes peeled. There's a lot going on in our lives. There's a lot going on all around this world. We need to keep our eyes peeled. Over here in the United States, I just want to touch on this. This is Hermleigh, Texas. We've had many earthquakes here in the Hermleigh, Texas area. This is a 2.6 earthquake. Another minor earthquake here. This is in the middle of the great big huge oil and gas field area. Okay? Let's zoom in here. I'll show you this. Okay? This is an oil and gas field. See all these plots here? All these plots are where they have oil and gas going on. Okay? Oil and gas pumping operations all throughout this area. This is right in the middle of an oil and gas field. Okay? So we've got that going on. Just north of that. Okay? Minco, Oklahoma. This is a 2.2. Okay? 1.4 miles deep. 1.4 miles deep. This is also in an oil and gas area. We can go just north of that. We have a minor tremor up here. Minor tremor 1.9. Let's even call this a 2.0. This is in Clio Springs, Oklahoma. So far, I don't think in the past 4.5 years that I've been on the air, I don't think we've visited Clio Springs, Oklahoma yet. Okay? We know that Oklahoma has 586,000 pumps and jacks throughout this area. Okay? Yes, as you can see right here, there are a bunch of oil and gas pumping operations all over. So this is an oil and gas quake. A 2.0, 1.9, 2.0 minor earthquake here, also in an oil and gas pumping operation field here. This is Clio Springs, Oklahoma. Okay? Let's go east. Okay? As you can see over here in Arkansas, over here on the New Madrid Fault area, we have some more earthquakes here. This is South Lead Hill. or South Lead Hill. Okay, this is a 1.8 tremor here. South Lead Hill, Arkansas. This is over here, and I want to say it's near Needham, Arkansas. Near Needham, Arkansas. Folks, we're having earthquakes all over this area. Okay, it's not going to stop. We are expecting to get a major earthquake over here on the New Madrid Fault, probably within the next 6 months. It could come sooner than that. Most scientists are saying 5 to 10 years. I don't think it's going to be that long. Over here, right smack dab on the fault, this is Howardville, Missouri. A 2.1 earthquake here. Okay, another 2.1 minor quake here at Howardville, Missouri today. Okay, it's going. We move further east here. This is at the Tennessee-North Carolina border. This is not more than 40 to 45 miles away from me. Okay, look where it's at. This is on top of the Craton. This is on top of the Continental Divide, folks. This is in the mountain area of North Carolina and Tennessee. A 2.0 earthquake here today. Okay, this is also 11 miles deep. It's on the Continental Divide. Okay, we keep seeing this here. We keep telling you what's going on. We've shown you a lot of earthquakes here in North Carolina this week. Why? Because we have this great big huge plate here. The Atlantic plate. The Atlantic Ocean, the Atlantic plate. The Atlantic plate is pushing the North American continent. Canada, Alaska, Puerto Rico, and Mexico pushing the North American continent in a southwesterly direction. That's why we continue to see earthquakes on the Eastern Continental Divide. What's going on? Okay? The Atlantic plate is putting pressure on the New Madrid as well. That's why we're having earthquakes. The New Madrid Fault is also getting pressure from the west, where the Pacific plate is subducting under the North American plate. That's also causing earthquakes here on the west coast. It's also causing pressure to go across the North American plate all the way over here to the New Madrid earthquake zone. Okay? Putting pressure on the New Madrid Fault. That's why we're getting these earthquakes. That's exactly why we're getting these earthquakes. Does anybody have any questions? Kimberly Hopkins is asking us, everybody, to hit that thumbs up. I appreciate that. Let me give you a hint I just found out about. Until we get 1,500 likes, until we get 1,500 likes, thumbs up, YouTube will not tell anybody else on YouTube that we're here. Okay? I just found that out. You got to have 1,500 thumbs up before YouTube will share any information about this channel. So we need to grow this channel. We need to get the thumbs up here. If any of you enjoy this program, enjoy what we're doing here on our channel, please don't hesitate to give us thumbs up. It means a lot. Okay? I would love to grow this channel. I would love for YouTube to feature this channel in other groups and other associations. Our message about earthquakes and emergency preparedness and all the other emergencies that we talk about, that information needs to go out to everybody. Literally everybody. K. Michelle says, yes, it was not a 3.7. No way from what I saw during the Zoom call when it happened. No way. It was not a 3.7. Not. Okay? It was at least a 4.1, if not a larger quake. Okay? Now, getting away from earthquakes. Getting away from earthquakes for a minute. Okay? I want to talk about something else that happened yesterday evening. Law enforcement in Maine found the body of Robert Card, who was responsible for killing 18 people and injuring 13 others in a mass shooting Wednesday night. They found the body of Robert Card in an industrial area, and he had killed himself. He was a coward and killed himself. So there's that. The manhunt is over. The shelter in place is over. The people in Maine can go back and start really mourning for the people that they lost in Lewiston, Maine. Stores can open up. Schools can open up again. Hopefully we'll never see that happen again in Maine. With all the crazies out there, guys, yes, there are a lot of crazy people. He was mentally ill. He should never have been out there. He should never have been out there. But now we're mourning for the people in Maine as well. Things happen, unfortunately. I just want to tell you that we love all of you. We love all of you. You folks live in Maine. You folks that live all over the United States and all over the world, we love you very much. Okay? We always have and we always will. That's the absolute truth. We love you. Do you have any questions? Sleeping Volcano says you would think the number of subscribers would be important. It is important. Right now we have over 1,777 people that are subscribed to this channel. Given that, some 25% of the people that watch this channel are not subscribed. 25% of the people that watch our programs are not subscribed. Folks, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to this program. It's important. It helps us grow this channel, number one. It helps us get the information out that we give out here. All the information we talk about here is very important to everybody around the world. Okay? Aubrey's saying don't refer to the people with mentally ill as crazy. They're not necessarily crazy. They're mentally ill. They're sick. They need to be helped. They need to be helped. While we're on this topic of the mentally ill, before I left San Diego County, San Diego County started releasing mentally ill patients because there was no more room for them in the hospitals. They started releasing the mentally ill patients out of hospitals in San Diego because they didn't have room for them. That is a crying shame. I said it then and I say it again. It's a crying shame. We're letting illegal people. Why am I saying illegal? Because they don't belong here. They didn't come through the normal channels to come in here to the United States to live here. They came illegally. Yet we're paying for them to be here. We've kicked our veterans out on the street to give these illegal people a roof over their heads. We've kicked the mentally ill people out of hospitals. Something's got to happen. We can't even take care of the people that are our citizens here. We can't even take care of our own. And yet we're bringing in people from other countries that should not even be here. My dear friend Carolyn Martin from Denver is here in the chat. She said Robert Carter checked himself into a residential mental health facility last summer as after receiving hearing aids. He said he was hearing voices saying mean and nasty things to him all the time. That is mentally ill. Okay? Hurricane Heather says, trust me, my crazy makes them look like amateurs. I can agree with that. We're all crazy in some way, shape, or form. Okay? It's true. Highway Runner says this is why they want the Second Amendment's weapons. Not going to get it. We're not going to let the Democrat communists get that. Not going to happen. Carrington is asking here in the chat, when will people get? We have to look out for our own, close the borders, stop the immigration till we can stabilize this country again. I hope we can do that. Biden still doesn't want to do that. He is the one that's crazy. Actually, that's not true. He's been being led around by his nose. He has dementia. He doesn't even know. I don't think he knows even what he's doing. Okay? Sleeping Volcano says, we're all dysfunctional. That's exactly it. We are all dysfunctional, LOL. It's true. Lama's Light says, Joe is evil. I agree. Does anybody have any questions that I can answer for you? I'll be happy to take a few minutes to answer any questions. Like I said, I just wanted to come on the air and make sure we could still come on the air and do our Sunday school class tomorrow, and that everything was working. I mean, I tore everything apart. I tore my office studio here completely down and put it back together. Hey Jude says, look deeper, people. There's more here than what meets the eye. Look outside the box. I agree. I totally agree. My friend Demon Catman from the eastern part of England, welcome here. He says there's more than what meets the eye here. Look, I'm sorry. He says the line between sanity and insanity is very thin. And we all cross back and forth on a regular basis. I agree with that too. I totally agree with that. Kay Michelle's asking, why did you tear your office apart? I think I missed that at the beginning. I tore the office apart to make more room in my office, basically. Okay? I moved my desk to another wall here in my office. As you can see, I've rearranged the plaques and stuff on the wall behind me. I just gave myself a little bit more room. Okay? I moved things around, put things away, reorganizing my office. Okay? My office studio. Okay? Sleeping Volcano says, Bibli says Israel is in its second phase prayers. I agree. Israel's in the second phase of their invasion of Gaza Strip. They held off for a long time, making sure people were safe in the hospitals and elsewhere before they came in on the ground. And they're going to continue. This time, I believe they're going to continue until they eliminate the threat. So far, it hasn't been stopped. Hamas has not stopped attacking Israel. The rockets are still making it into Israel. Until that ends, I don't believe Israel will stop going through the Gaza Strip and stopping the assault. Okay? That's what's going on. Space Force Alice says the Parkland school shooter was hearing voices. He told family his father had died hearing voices, etc. Yes, true. Lamb is life saying, just say that there is more to this shooting. What would that be? More? Someone that's mentally ill. Someone that was actually the weapons instructor who was mentally ill. That is a terrible thing right there. That is a really bad thing right there. It's insane. It's just insane. Stephen Volcano says, pray for Israel and have their back. We have their back. Okay? I saw an interview with Sean Hannity and Mr. Johnson, the new Speaker of the House. Israel has our backs. Our generals and admirals have Israel's back. We now have 2 full aircraft carrier task force over there in Eastern Med. Unfortunately, China is steaming over there as well. They can stir things up very rapidly. Okay? CC says the Veterans Administration is failing our vets. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. Our Veterans Administration is failing. It's failing our military veterans. It's a sad state of affairs. Carolyn Martin's here saying Hamas started the attack. I totally agree. And it has to stop. It has to stop. Carolyn says, did they actually think they had a chance against the Israeli military? They keep thinking they have. They sent their assault teams in on these self-made airplanes. Okay? They made these single-engine airplanes carrying one person with a submachine gun to go into Israel. That's how they started their assault. They lobbed a bunch of rockets in. They sent these single military people, or shall I say terrorist people, in on hang gliders, coming in there to strafe the place, to go in there and kidnap people and everything else. What a bunch of crock. They've been doing this forever. 1967, 1987. It's not stopping. This time Israel said, and I remember Benjamin Netanyahu said on October 8th that they are going in this time and they're going to clean Gaza Strip out to make sure they cannot fire another rocket. In order to do that, Israel has also got to go in there to Lebanon and Egypt and Turkey and Syria and bomb, strafe the heck out of it. I hate to say that B-O-M-B word, but I just did. They need to go in there and take the place out. Clean the place out. That's the only way there's going to be any kind of peace in Israel. Okay? That's it. That's it. I don't like to see anyone engage in war. I really don't. But the honest truth is this. This is a biblical conflict. Our entire country, our entire world, every country around this globe is now involved in war. And it's biblical. It's biblical. Every country is being attacked by terrorists. We let them in. Our politicians let them in. It doesn't have to be that way, but it's happened. So we're right in the middle of a war and we don't even realize it. Nathan Hester says the U.S. sunk an Iranian vessel today. More power to them. More power to them. If Iran thinks it's going to get away with what they've done, they've got another thing coming as well. Diana Large says, buckle up. I agree. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. Anybody have any more comments or questions? Any other comments or questions? Please give us a thumbs up if you enjoy this program. Please also stay here for our entire program if you expect to get anything out of it. A lot of people get in here and leave after 5 or 10 minutes. If you do that, you're not going to find out anything, because during the first 5 or 10 minutes, most of the people are just arriving. If you leave after a few minutes, you're not going to get anything out of this program at all. Okay? Yes, Kimberly Hopkins says World War III. I think that's where it's at. Okay? Sleepy Volcano says they're attacking Syria. Turkey is aiding the war. Yeah. Lebanon's aiding. The Northern Front, China's going to invade Taiwan. Yes, that's going to happen. It's a matter of time. Russians continue on in Ukraine. Russia said they're going to eliminate their Black Sea fleet. What are they going to do with their Black Sea fleet if they leave the Black Sea? Are they going to go over into the Mediterranean too? Well, this week, I think it was Thursday, Iran and China met together. Then, it wasn't just Iran and China, it was Russia and China as well. Okay? They wanted to come together and figure out how best to approach the Israeli problem. Okay? So we have all this stuff coming together. It's crazy. It's crazy. Nathan Hester says, thank you, Ron, for Saturday program for all of us. I'm glad I came in here. I'm glad I came in here. If you guys need anything, don't hesitate to ask. Okay? Don't hesitate to ask. We will be back here tomorrow at noon with Come Follow Me, the Savior Said. Like I said, we're going to get into Hebrews. We're going to get into the latter books in the Bible. Between, I'm going to say, mid-November to mid-December, we're going to be talking about Revelations. So get pumped about that. We're going to have a good thing. We're going to have a good time here. It's biblical. Everything that's going on is biblical. Catherine Sigerson says, I will try working tomorrow. Catherine, we appreciate that. A lot of people have to work on Sundays. I appreciate that. God bless you all. Thank you for being part of the EMA family. I want to thank all of my friends, my relatives that are here. I want to thank all of you, all my dear friends in the EMA family, for being here. We love and appreciate each and every one of you. Carolyn says, bitter cold here in Denver, 29 degrees and snowing. It's not snowing in northern Utah yet, but it's getting there. They're getting, I just heard from my stepson saying it was 15 degrees in Salt Lake City. 29 in Denver. Wow, crazy. Sleeping Volcano says, bye-bye till we meet again. Guys, that's exactly where I'm at too. I hope you have a good day. If anything else happens here, we'll be back on the air to tell you about it as soon as the information becomes available. Until then, have a great day, a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow at noon from Come Follow Me, the Savior Said, our weekly Sunday school class. Take care, everybody. I love you. Much love. See you soon. God bless.